this is my Ancient Egypt 3D Minecraft project. So let's get right into it. First we have the Sphinx right beside the Great Pyramid of Giza. And the Sphinx actually has a human head, as you can see, and it has a sand structure as a lion, and it's sand all the way around it, as you can see. And then if we come over here, we can see that there's two pyramids surrounding the Great Pyramid of Giza. And come over here and kind of climb up this. There's a little staircase, or a wooden elevator technically back then, that leads to the tombs that the ancient pharaohs, or the pharaohs that once ruled, were buried in. And as you can see in here, here's the tomb that they lay in, and they have a gold head with a sarcophagus, and as you can see, the pyramid is also made out of all sand, and there's no holes besides the top that you can get in, so it'd actually be very hard for invaders to come in and grab their gold. And then if we head back up, we'll find the village that the people of ancient Egypt lived in. And first we have the lower class, where the enslaved people would live and work in. And they only had homes and had access to very little, and were treated very poorly. And over there we got the water source for the plants, as you can see. And since they were enslaved, they had to do most of the work on the farmings, and it helped most of the farmers out. And there's a cage for the people that come in that don't have a home. They'd come in, could go that way, or come this way, come out, and they had access to the whole farm. And then here they would farm the wheat, so they can have wheat to feed the animals that were also over there. If you come over here, they even had some pumpkin and watermelons, where they could farm the pumpkins and have pumpkin seeds, or farm the watermelon and have watermelon. See, that one just grew there. And then if we can't come over here, we would have the farm where all the animals would live in. And here we would have chickens where they would lay eggs. Right here, as you can see. It'd be great eating. That would be something great to eat. And then we got sheep for the wool that they used for making clothing. And then we got the cows, that they would use to have milk and beef. And once they had enough cows, they would kill them, so they had something to eat. And if you come through here, this is where the farmers and scribes lived. just a little bit bigger houses than the enslaved people have, but they are a lot nicer and have more roomy. And as you can see, a lot more roomier, and even kind of had fences to separate them. But scribes and farmers had the main job of controlling the farms and the animals and knowing what to eat, and they're actually the ones during the 7-year drought, the drought. They're the ones that were vital to that situation because they made all the food and they had enough surplus to survive through that. And the scribes were trained to learn hieroglyphics, where they could read signs, numbers, and words. And they were also trained to gather tax from the people of ancient Egypt for the construction on the roads, the buildings, pyramids, and canals, or the irrigation canals. And that's it for the middle class. And if we come over here to the final class, which is the upper class, we would have a lot bigger houses with even an upstairs. We can come up here, and they would have a flat surface to sleep on during the summer. Come out. And then over here we had the next upper class house. That's a lot more roomier. Had a big upstairs, even a shady room from the sun if they got too hot up here, and had a great view of the city. And over here, I have a pretty normal house, a lot of space, long house. Kind of have a funky staircase leading up to the second story, and then we have a lot of space to sleep during the summer whenever it got really hot. And then they also actually had pools, little pools where they could cool off if they also got too hot. Last but not least is the biggest house, that we have, and it has a whole lot of room, not upstairs, because I mean, just look at this. It's actually a lot bigger than any of the other ones compared to the second biggest one, which is, I think, that one way down there. Or maybe that one. But yeah, and then that's pretty much it. So this is my 3D Minecraft Ancient Egypt project, and see you later.